Hey, welcome back. Today we have a reading wrap up. Now, all summer I have been like binging books on my Kindle. This month was no different. There are only 2 physical books. Let's get started with the most underrated book I've almost ever read. The most underrated thriller I've ever read. Now, I am very picky. Very picky with my thrillers. This is a thriller, and it is also 5 stars. This kind of got me back into thrillers. I haven't read a lot of thrillers since, like, January, February. Like, I have not been reading thrillers since, like, the beginning of this month because I'm so picky with them. My thing with thrillers is I don't like thrillers. I swear I straightened my hair. I don't know why it's not been staying straightened. It's whatever. I don't like when the plots are too out of left field. I don't like when I guess a plot twist, but I also don't like when the plot twists are so out of left field. And I also don't like when they're like slower paced, but they can't be too fast. Like, I'm very picky, okay? And I love this. This is 5 stars. I would not change a single thing about this book. Many people say that it is a very out there plot, in which, yeah, I see that, but if you liked The Naturals, I feel like you will especially like this book. It very much gives The Naturals vibe, and the book isn't, like, the plot isn't any more out of left field than The Naturals is. The back is what caught me, as well as this gorgeous cover. Like, you can't tell me this does not make you want to pick it up. Like, you can't tell me. Anyway, do you want to do something bad? That was how it began. 7 words that started a friendship forged in anger and hurt in the dark joy of vengeance. It would become more, so much more, but it started there fittingly. This is so freaking good. So good. It was one of the only things I could read in between the Zodiac Academy books and not be straight up bored. Please read it. Like, please. It's so good. I loved it. Your life is a lie and they know the truth. It gives The Naturals. I'm telling you, it just... Okay. Let's makeup remover and Stridex. That needs to go somewhere else, but we're going to place the books there. I'm trying a new setup in front of my bookshelves. We'll see how we like it. And then the other book is The Lost Hero. I finally started my Heroes of Olympus reread. What just came out of it? I have no idea, but The Lost Hero reread. I love this. It was 5 stars. At first, I don't know what I originally rated it. I think like 4.25. Probably. I didn't leave a review, so I'm guessing 4.25. But I loved it so much. I have a in-depth reading vlog. It's going to be posted soon. Sorry, my dog is winning pets because he's in trouble. He's not. He's been getting on my nerves today. But I really enjoyed it. I will give like my brief thoughts. I hate when people say that this is the worst book in the series because it's not. It is nowhere near the worst book in the series. It is actually a very well written book because it's such a good setup book. I don't know why I get why people dislike it, because when you read it, you're like, I'm finally gonna go back and see Percy and Annabeth and just have so much fun, and like Grover and everything. And then you see this and you're like, who is Jason? Don't worry, Jason doesn't know who Jason is, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's just such a good book, and I don't like when people hate on it because it's amazing. And I think people are very dramatic about how bad this book is. Is it very long, and is it a bit of a drag when you're not connected to them? Yes, but it is so good on a reread. It's amazing on a reread. And I will say I was one of those people who were like, this is dragging. I don't love this as much as I love the other series, which right above me. It would be easier to just do this, but right above me. But on a reread, it is amazing, and I just really love it. Now, piggybacking off of Rick Riordan, we actually have, if I can find it, The Serpent's Shadow, the 3rd book in the Kane Chronicles series. I wrapped up, oh my gosh, I'm actually getting so aggravated with my hair because I swear I straightened it this morning. Anyway, the 3rd and final book in the Kane Chronicles series. I love this series so much. It is so underrated, and I don't understand why. Everyone needs to be talking about this series. If you're not, what are you doing? I loved it. I will say this book was 4 stars, which is obviously a very good rating. I was just in a very heavy fantasy slump. I still kind of am in a slump. And not even just a fantasy slump, just a slump in general because of a series that I binged that we will be talking about next probably. And so I was definitely slumping a little bit, and that does kind of suck because I didn't get the full reading experience. Would this probably be rated better if I weren't in a slump? Probably. But also I really love the second book, and I'm not sure if the second book can really be topped because the second book was amazing. This was a very good book. I highly enjoyed it. My review is I'm currently in a bit of a fantasy slump, but that does not mean... Yeah, basically an amazing book. It also had the best way to resolve a love triangle in it. Anyway, let's get into the reason I'm in a fantasy slump. Zodiac Academy. I read Beyond the Veil, Beyond the Veil, 8.5, Sorrow and Starlight, 8, book 8, Live and Let Lionel, book 8.6, and Restless Stars, book 9 this month. Whew. I binged this, okay? Beyond the Veil's 4.5 stars, just because it was boring. Well, it was very boring, but you have to read it. I recommend to everyone the Tantrum read. I did the Tantrum read and I really, really enjoyed it. It does have a very funny scene in it. But you have to read it I feel like it will make you enjoy book 9 a lot more. Like I said, I'll recommend the Tandem read to everyone. It had points where it dragged. Then we have my favorite book in the series, book 8. This book is over 1,200 pages. Yeah, 1,200. It's big. This is a beast, okay? I loved it, though. I loved every single second of it. I liked this book up. Like, it was crazy. I feel like I read this book in 5 days. This and Beyond the Veil at the same time in 5 days. It's like 1,600 pages. Over 1,600 pages. I swear. I feel like this book, even though it is the longest, I feel like this is the only book that while there wasn't, in the other books, there's a lot of funny, and that's one of the reasons people like the series so much, but there are points where I'm like, okay, this is dragging. This does not have to be so funny. Like, some of this can be chopped out, some of this can be shortened, like this is dragging. This is the only book where I didn't feel that way. This did not drag at all. I loved it. It was, I think obviously the smut could have been taken out. I don't read smut, so whatever, though. Like there was filler in all the other books, but this one didn't feel like it had filler, and the funny moments were needed because of the emotional damage in this book, and I loved it. It's amazing. It's 6 stars to me. This whole series is 6 stars to me, but that book specifically, I loved it. Then we have Live and Let Lionel. This was boring. God, I hated this. It will probably be a reread when I miss the characters, just to reread in their certain perspectives, because it's basically just bonus content and like other like perspectives. But God, this was boring. It had no plot, and it's not needed. You don't need to read this to understand the rest of the plot. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it was just boring. It didn't matter to the plot. And then we have Restless Stars, book 9. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't really have anything to say about this book other than I was literally shell-shocked when I finished it. Like, I stared at my wall for like 30 minutes. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Like, I really enjoyed it. And I've been in a slump since I read it. Now we're going to go back down and talk about another fantasy series that I finished, and that is the Legends of Thesmar series. I read book 3 and book 4. Book 3 is Fate and Furies, and it is 4.5 stars, and Shadows and Storms, book 4 is 4.75 stars. I don't remember hardly anything that happens in this series that I could say without spoiling it. I don't remember anything that happened in book 1. Not a single thing. and that is why, I feel like that's why the series wasn't a 5-star. Book 3, I really enjoyed it because with the ending of book 2, it goes in a completely different direction than you think it's gonna go, and book 3 was really fun reading it going in that direction. I really enjoyed that. Book 4 was amazing. It was so fun. It was action-packed. I couldn't put it down. I was listening to the audiobook. I listened to the audiobook on all four of these books, because it is a 4-book series, but you can read it on Kindle Unlimited. But I read them on Hoopla. Ozzy is doing some stuff. Hi, buddy. Anyway, highly enjoyed it. Now, we're going to talk about another fantasy book. And we're going to talk about an arc that I got. My first arc, so it was very exciting. Okay, so Ozzy's tormenting me, but that is Curse of the Seven. It did come out this month. So you can read it right now on Kindle Unlimited or purchase the paperback on Amazon or from the author K.S. Elliott's website. I'm not sure what her... Hi, baby! Not sure what her website is called. This is my puppy. He's being contrary. But his hair got stuck underneath my nail. This is a very short book. This book is 250 pages. I read this in between some books in the Zodiac Academy series while I was in a slump. And I did not want to read anything except Zodiac Academy. Okay, so this book, I rated it a 3-star on Goodreads. Quite honestly, it's a 3.5 or 2.5, 2.35, 2.75. I don't know, something like that. I'm a very quick reader. Okay. That's just how I always have been. I read very quickly. And I struggle to connect with characters when it's like a 200-page book. Because I can read that in like an hour and 30 minutes. 2 hours, like something like that. Like, I will read it quickly. So, I don't get connected to characters in that such short of a timeline. I also don't get connected to as big of a cast of characters we got. I could not connect to them in that short of a time. I couldn't do it. My review on Goodreads, I will read it to you because I read this at the beginning. This was the first book I read this month because I'm kind of having difficulties like articulating how I feel about this book. I would like to start this review by thanking the author for giving me my first arc. This book was really fun. I was hooked throughout and the ending had me shocked. I really enjoyed that the author didn't rewrite the book so that we could see her progression as a writer. As an author myself, it was fun to see her gain her prose and become more comfortable in her own voice. The world building was also very fun and easy to grasp. My only critique is that I wanted more. I'm a very, very fast reader that struggles to connect with characters in a short amount of time like this. That being said, the short page count makes it a very addicting read. Once you start, you can't stop. And that is true. Another thing that I mentioned in that review is this is her debut book, and she did not rewrite the book, so you could see her progression as a writer. Very interesting idea. I do like that. I did read some other reviews, though, and some readers found that that harmed the reading experience. I do understand that, but as a writer, I really liked it because I feel like we always, like, as writers, we know, like, when we first write our book, write our first book, the writing is poor, and so I really liked seeing her progress. I still would have liked more, like, in the beginning it was very tell, and then we kind of got, like, some show, so that was a downfall, but, Ozzy, I did enjoy it. Like I said, I couldn't put it down, but the ending was very shocking, but because I wasn't connected to the characters, it wasn't affecting, if that makes sense. Like, I was shocked, but I wasn't, like, hurt like I should have been. I don't know, it was just very, it's 250 pages, y'all. It's very short, but the cover's gorgeous, and I know, it's just a duology. She's currently writing book 2, so I hope you guys all add it to your TBR. Like, really, the only critiques I have are personal things. The world building is very good. It's very easy. It's very easy to grasp, and it's very unique, and I really enjoyed that. Moving on. What do we have to talk about now? Oh! A 5, almost 6-star read. It depends on if I keep thinking about it like I have been. All the Missing Pieces by Catherine Cowles. Come on, let's do it. No, we can't do a full rotation because I have things on my bookshelf. Oh my gosh, I listened to this audiobook in less than a day. I sat there and I just listened. Oh my gosh, okay. It is such an amazing thriller. But like I said, I have not been reading a lot of thrillers, but Someone Is Always Watching by Kelly Armstrong put me in a thriller mood. Okay, and this book was amazing. It had, also, this has a subplot to, like, equal plot of romance. This book, All the Missing Pieces, however, was, like, 50-50. Romance, so if you take away the thriller, the romance holds strong, and if you take away the romance, the thriller holds strong. Oh my gosh. But honestly, I don't think you could take away, like, while those plots would exist on their own, they would not exist as amazingly as this book is. The romance is amazing. It's, like, swoon-worthy. It's grumpy, like, sunshine, like, grumpy sheriff, like, and the thriller was amazing, and both those elements together makes it such an amazing book that you can't put down. I did not guess the ending. I thought I did. I didn't, and that is so rare for me. Like, I always guess the endings to thrillers. It was just so good. I also read one of my books. I edited it, so I added a little filler for that, because if I read it, I'm counting it, including if it's my own work. Now, we have another very short book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Hi, if you don't know, I'm an actress. Hold on, theater kid, if you didn't know. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory script from MTI, okay? So when I do a show, I like to interact with the source material, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is one of those source materials that I interacted with. So I read this. I listened to it in like 2 sittings. The only reason that those sittings got broken up is because my friend called me. But I rated it 4.75 star. Oh, it is a children's book, but it was just so fun. And I will say, it is the best book to movie, book to stage adaptation ever. Like, everything is bar for freaking bar. I loved it. Like, it's amazing. It's an amazing adaptation. I'm not sure who did the movies, but Leslie Brooksay and Tim McDonald did amazing adapting it to stage. I love the musical. And yeah, I don't have much more to say other than that. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. And then we have Summer Rental. This is a 2-star. I actually don't have anything against this book. I was really slumping from Zodiac Academy. It's a very good short popcorn thriller read, 270 pages, so very short. The tagline that got me was Mean Girls meets Scream, and it was definitely that. It was very good, and I highly, highly enjoyed it. And then the last book I read this month was Play Along by Liz Tomford, the 4th book in the Windy City series. I loved this one. This one was 4 stars. It was on my ranking of the books I've read so far. I have not read the 5th book. I'm doing that this month. My favorite book was Caught Up, and then Play Along, and then The Right Move, and then Mile High. It was very good. I really enjoyed it. It had a very good emotional, like, depth storyline. And Liz Tomford is very talented. And oh my gosh, I found my freaking bracelet that I've been looking for weeks. Anyway, yeah, I highly enjoyed it. And yeah, that's really all I have for you. I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 books this month. It was kind of wishy-washy. I either had books I loved or books I didn't really enjoy. yeah, I hope you guys had a good reading month. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about my reading month. If you have any recommendations, if you agree with my my takes, if you disagree, like whatever, comment.